Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 879 of Geeks in Space. I'm Rob Commander Taco Malda, and joining me in pretend low Earth orbit, I have Rob Roseboom.
Hello.
And Chris DeBona.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Yeah, we'll see. I forgot to mention I painted quite a bit before I hopped onto this, and I should have vented my basement.
Oh,
Let's say that. We'll see if we're joined by a unicorn or perhaps an alien in a few minutes after the fumes get to me.
Right on.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right.
Hopefully it was a really good oil-based lacquer, for giving you all the organic compounds that you don't normally see in your diet.
Yeah, it was a spray paint and primer. So
were you using like an HVLP sprayer or like spray paint?
No, just spray paint, just cans. We're growing flowers.
What are you painting?
Old water jugs. We cut a bunch of old water jugs and we're using them to plant the flowers for the wedding.
Oh, that's sweet.
But I had to.
Will your paint kill the plants, or
no? You paint the outside. You leave the inside.
Okay. Oh, you're leaving the inside plant. Yeah.
It's too bad this isn't a real podcast, because you could put your registry like online and like people will give you free stuff,
like a cam girl.
Yeah, sort of.
Only Rob's.
It's just me collapsed from paint fumes in the basement, while the dog licks my face.
Yum. Well, let's see. The first one that I have on the list today is actually a neat one. The original SNES hardware, the Super Nintendo, they're getting faster, guys. Nice. It turns out that the timing crystals in those things have some sort of thing about over time, they are slowly changing in their speed. And so what this means is that a Super Nintendo now that is like 30 years old is like 0.01% faster than when it was originally designed. And this is just a neat article about the technical
That's really cool.
The technical reasonings for this, and then a little bit of a discussion about what that might mean for like the future of speed running. Because that actually
also, what happens when we build a time machine, send this NES forward 10,000 years, bring it back? Is it going to be the fastest supercomputer on the planet then? How much faster does it get over time?
How many years before it becomes sentient?
Right.
That explains V'ger.
I'm waiting, in the far future, the Carl Jost Institute will probably have a statement on the use of older ceramic piezocapacitors versus, replacing them so you can truly compete.
Yeah.
And not be called out.
Well, what I was actually thinking about this is there actually is a practical thing here, because the idea of like running and like speed running on emulators, that's a really tricky problem, right? The timing things and catching cheaters and all of that.
Only if you're trying to like make a name for yourself on emulators in that speed running community. There's a long walk for that to actually be a problem. You know what I mean?
I mean, the people that run the emulators, sometimes they do shenanigans, but I guess all I'm saying is that now it's not like even running on vanilla hardware is not completely without suspect, which I thought that's a neat little,
which is fascinating, which is really fascinating.
Neat little story. And I mean,
it is a neat story.
We've discussed this in the past. I'm super obsessed with speedrunning, and I watch like the 8-bit era speedrunning. I love that stuff. So we got another story. I think this might have been one of yours, Chris. There's apparently trouble in the Antarctic.
Not a small amount of trouble either.
I didn't read it. Tell me the story.
So at the South African base in the Antarctic,
McMurdo or the one on the pole?
A team of
the South Africans.
Okay.
Station. So let me oh god, that's on. Share this tab instead. So it's the Sane 4 research station there. So it usually has a staff of about 10 people over the winter. And apparently a couple of days ago, they said they fear for their lives with our coworker who basically threatened to kill them. And they're saying that that there was an assault. And so the South Africans are like, we're trying to get there, but this is the part of the year where you can't get there, you know? Yeah. So that's the discussion right now. And it's kind of scary.
It is
and
scary.
When I was watching it, I was like, well, maybe they have like somebody who eats with their mouth open all the time. I'm trying to figure out like what was the trigger for this guy's madness, you know?
But also, I mean, if let's say there's a full complement of 10 folk. Yeah. One of them is acting crazy. That's 9 people to take care of one crazy person.
Yeah, those are good.
All I'm saying is I'm pretty comfortable in that situation if I was there.
I mean, it's a pretty big station. They've got a game room. They've got the outside, you know. That's
right. And they got Jason Voorhees, the janitor.
The Thing, you know, now, if Kurt Russell's The Thing, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they came back with some weird looking thing they found frozen in the ice that melted and it disappeared, then I would be worried.
Leave the dog outside.
What are they not saying?
Yeah.
Right. What are they not saying? Yep. Like, was there an alien? Was there a thing?
Have they talked about the Mountains of Madness at all? You know.
Yeah.
Are you playing chess against that weird computer? These are the important Antarctic questions.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can, our listeners can rely on Geeks in Space to keep up to date on whatever happens next.
Well, I hope they're okay. You know, I mean, the thing is, so I live in the Pacific Northwest, right? And so we call it the dark, you know, it gets really like, there's a lot of people like when they move out here and I'm looking forward to living in the Pacific Northwest. We can Seattle, blah. And I go, okay. And then I just wait a year. And if they're still here after a year, I go, okay, cool. You know,
how much daylight do you get during the shortest?
6 hours.
That's basically what we get here.
I mean, yeah, and it's like rainy and kind of drizzly. So, you know, it's and for other people, we actually don't have a ton of tall trees on our property, but some of them, it's like you're living in a cave. It's really something, like the trees out here. So, yeah. So we wait a year, and then, I guess they're staying.
Shake out the week.
Yeah. Well, it's just not everyone's suited to it.
It's true.
Yeah.
So there's
like not everyone's suited to being in the Arctic for the 24-hour night.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like I like if I had my druthers, the sun would set at like 7:30. I think that's fine. I like it when
Have you sent an email about it?
I did, but Doge bounced. They keep bouncing. Like all of my emails to Doge bounce.
Those guys aren't serious
about controlling the weather. No, their weather dominating machines are not currently online. Okay, we got a story about the world's first AI generated newspaper. So just in case you weren't completely miserable about everything that's happening in the universe, this is a newspaper that they generated the entire thing using AI.
I would put forth the statement that I bet there's tons of newspapers that are 80% AI written.
They're just
or
not,
more.
They're just not
certainly
enough
web
to admit
pages.
They started in the 2000s with that stuff. 2010s with the auto-written sports and financial news.
Yep.
Right.
You know,
But this is an entire newspaper, and the journalists are only allowed to ask the AI questions.
So, you know, Notebook LM, I don't know if you guys have fooled around with that yet. I uploaded my short story that I submitted to the Seattle Worldcon.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had this chipper podcast duo talking about the short story. And it's both amazing and also the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like if Morning Zoo met like a podcast, it's just like, it's just spooky and disturbing.
We're reaching out to Douche Nation.
Cool. Like they picked out some of the themes that I was putting in the in the story, like really insightful, like and it's like this and then and I'm like, okay, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
But also, I hate it.
Nothing is real.
It's like a mix of things.
Nothing is real anymore.
Yeah, and it's funny because I've been messing around with text to speech models like Whisper and the rest, and it's gotten so much better.
Yeah, no,
since the old days of Sphinx and the rest. I mean, it's really good.
It's almost like it's the same thing with like a lot of those video clips. If it's only like 2 or 3 seconds long and you're looking at it on your phone, you might be fooled. And
it's still noticeable for long form things because I just about every day read something that a student has put together with Chat GPT and absolutely tell yet, well, it's much better. It's much better, but still not perfect.
Yeah. So the open source model, it was reading my story to me. I had it read my story to me. And there's a moment where I say CO2, in the story. And it's the kind of thing where they'll say CO2.
Yep.
Yeah. And I use punctuation when I write, probably not very well. And so like I'll use ellipses to sort of like, so that you thought that was a good idea, that kind of thing, right?
Right.
But when it's read by Whisper, or Open AI, API, TTS, free edition, whatever. It's not great at figuring out what I meant. So it's like you almost have to like process your stuff before you give it to the text to speech, So, but the thing that was really interesting about Notebook LLM is they came up with a great fucking title. I'm like, I should have thought of that, like for their little review of my short story, right? And it's like, man, that was fucking brilliant. If I'd had that title, I would have already won. They were just like, we'll just leave all the other ones,
You were that close to a Hugo.
We're not even gonna read the story. It's such a great title. So.
Well, everything's going to be fine because the future is going to be all written.
Steal it if I end up publishing this.
You should totally do that. The future's all going to be generated by AI. It doesn't matter. We're not even going to need people no more.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a pretty good chance that one of the three of us is AI right now. Is it you, Rob?
No, we're normal.
Clearly.
Oh. IR normal, but robot.
IR normal, not robot. I meet Rob.
Yep. I also meet Rob. Join our only Robs. All right. We missed this one last time on Monday. Alexa, Amazon has removed the opt-out option for sending all recorded audio to Amazon. So now everything that your Amazon records, everything without opt-out will be sent to Amazon, and I'm sure that this will be no problem whatsoever and never abused by anyone.
No. Who would abuse it after all? Come on, Amazon. Yeah. Next day delivery, Amazon. Come on.
No, they
care about this.
No, they care about making sure that every penny stays in our pockets.
Yeah, clearly.
Yep.
All I know is one of my dogs has arthritis pretty bad, and her hip was acting up, so she wasn't going up and down the stairs. We talked about it. I didn't look up a product. I made an appointment for the vet, and that day I started getting arthritis dog chew advertisements everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I know they say that it doesn't work like that.
Yep. But
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a little too. It was a little bit too much of a coincidence for me. The truth that within hours, all of a sudden, all I get is advertisements for dog supplements.
Awesome. You want to install an ad blocker?
Who cares?
All right, fair enough. That's fair.
That's the way that's going to work now.
Yeah, that's true.
You need an Alexa blocker?
Or at least the ad blocker.
No, a Bezos blocker.
Oh, yeah.
It almost sounds like a beta blocker, but Bezos.
I mean, I guess I could move down to West Virginia and live in the community where there's no Wi-Fi signals or mobile phones. We could also just roll back the economy where we don't trade with other countries anymore.
Oh, that's
we're
coming.
getting there.
You know what I mean? Like it's all
Yeah.
those ships have sailed, at least for me, when it comes to like the privacy thing. I understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
it's gone. It's done.
I guess
I
I'm
told
less.
you guys about this. I went through security, and this was, a long time ago. And I was sitting down, putting my shoes back on or something, and this old, clearly an ex-Marine or something, sits down next to me, and he's like missing a leg, and he's putting his shit back together, putting on his belt, and I'm like, "Yep, not much dignity left at the airport, huh?" And he goes, "I've had so many doctors so far up my ass, I don't care anymore." It's just make it easy.
I guess to a certain extent,
like just lube up.
I do care about the privacy part, but more than the privacy part, I really struggle with like attention and focus. And
Yes.
and
I resent them. The notifications, the spam,
it's the constant. It's the percentage of the pixels on my screen that aren't the thing that I'm trying to do. And they're like, I'm willing to give a certain percentage of my pixels away, but that like the percentage that has gone too far for me, and it impacts my ability to read things, to focus and concentrate.
Yeah,
we made the internet a business.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
Everything's fine. Hey, Butch and Suni really came home this time.
Yay!
Wasn't this already scheduled though?
But now it happened.
Yeah, but let's be clear. The Doge, and the Trump guy, they're trying to like take credit for it. Like, hey, you should bring them home. Knowing the next day they're gonna hop on the damn ship.
I thought they were scheduled for like the 27th at first. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was almost the very end of the month originally. Yeah. So they bumped them up a week.
That's nice after 9 months.
That's cool. Yeah.
Man, can you imagine 9 months? That's so much.
It's not a record though. No. I think others have spent more time in space.
For sure, but not on when they were expecting a week.
Yeah, on purpose. They spent more time in space. There's a big difference.
Right. And even like going from 6 months to 9 months, that's different than 2 weeks. Like if you're up there, they were supposed to be up there for a week. Like you're canceling dentist appointments and stuff now. Like I had a dentist appointment next week, Like you just lost every appointment you had in your book for a year. I don't know. That's I'm glad they're home. I'm glad they're safe.
Wow. So I looked up, records of time and space.
Like 400 days now.
Valery Polyankov, 437.
Yep.
Then a different Roscosmos astronaut is Sergei Avdeviev, 379 days. Then we got an American, Frank Rubio, 371. Then 2 more Russians. Why did they put them both in there? Oh, because they have the same amount of days. Then an American, Mark Van Hay. Then Scott Kelly.
Nothing is catching up with us though, because we've been up here now since what, 99?
Yeah, they're in the 9th.
25 years, 26 years that we've been geeks in space.
Right. Yeah, I mean, really, it's they don't even ask our opinion. They don't want any advice. We know what it takes to live. I mean,
I don't know about you guys, but I'm a full 7 inches taller now.
This is the prototype cupola. It's not the one they've got up there is the one after they figured it out how it works here.
Yeah, my corneas have turned entirely into jelly.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm so puffy,
Like, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
It's the puff.
Yeah, it's not the food.
Did we have any other stories in the queue? I did have a show I wanted to mention.
What's that? What show?
It's called Cassandra. It is a German show.
Of course it is.
Of course. It is. It's a sci-fi thing. This family moves into a smart home, but the smart home was like disabled in the 70s or 80s. It's not exactly. I'm not exactly sure what the timeline is yet. and the smart home has like a smart robot that's like Cassandra, and she's like this really cool design, like this old looking designed robot that rolls around the house and like does stuff, and there's TV monitors in every room that are watching the family. It's like, I've only watched the first episode, but it's really cool. Yeah, that's I'm gonna screenshot that so I got a picture of a lady, because when you put a screenshot of a lady on your thumbnail, you get one extra view.
How do you know the robot's a lady in this picture, though?
I mean, I'm looking at the lady. Who's the lady? But Cassandra is also a lady.
Wait. Are you saying you're not trying to attract male robots?
It is notoriously hard to sex a robot.
Not for a lack of Steve Bannon trying, though.
Not for
Remember, he got
Doge.
kicked out of that robot intimacy conference in what was it, in Montana? You know, he was going to keynote, and everyone's like, "He's a monster. We're not having him speak at our sex toy, conference."
Yeah. Right. We want to be taken seriously.
Yeah, go hang out with
the
go hang out with the furries and the Yeti mating call people.
I would rather have a Yeti mating call furry in charge of the country than fucking Steve Bannon. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any other media that we have to?
I know you watched it and talked about it a while ago, but I broke my movie drought and watched Brave New World.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
the Marvel one.
Yeah, it's the new Captain America.
It's the most
with Hulk.
It's the most C+ movie you could make.
Yeah, it is. So it's probably better than Craven and
for sure,
Madam Web and all of those other crap ones I've watched.
Yeah,
like the last 4 that were awful. I liked it better than the one with all
the Marvels
cast. Yes, the Marvels.
Or Super Marvels.
But that movie is more of kind of a sequel to the first Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Than it is a Captain America movie.
Yeah.
It's weird that way.
Yep.
Almost nothing happens in it too, which is strange. It's
well,
literally like 3 events take place in that whole movie.
They
all kind of relate to the first Hulk movie and just a little bit of
the Eternals.
The Eternals, because the international incident that the whole thing's kind of based around revolves around
the head,
the corpse of one of the
celestial head that burst out. Yeah. And they reveal the existence of adamantium. Oh, nerds can buy new pants.
Although, if you watch the X-Men, I guess they, revealed the presence of that 15 years ago, just not by this particular movie company.
Right. Not in this genre, in this department.
Yeah. So you guys are way more steeped in the comics than I am. I always sort of assumed that adamantium and vibranium were the same shit, just different companies.
Yeah.
Different comic books.
Yeah.
Right. So sort of like how Trask was just Stark, but in X-Men. It's like,
no, he existed in the comics.
I know, but it's like why didn't they just collapse it into just vibranium?
They've gone back and forth, I believe, on what the strongest metal is.
And also they say shit like, once you've forged it, you can't change it at all. It's so strong. And I'm like, well, how do you get it out of the celestial body then?
How did you forge it in the first place?
Science.
Only adamantium can cut adamantium.
No, you get Ant-Man to figure it out.
It's all nonsense. Yeah.
It is.
Or you get Adam Ant to figure it out.
There you go. Of course it's nonsense. This is literally about people who get radiation and turn into Hulk monsters. I mean, this is stupid.
Well, and so here's the other thing. Wasn't the vibe of the Hulk movies is that they were trying to recreate the guy's super soldier serum, and then the gamma rays interacted weirdly and blah, 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 blah.
The first Hulk movie, that is for sure the story.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I don't think the very first Hulk I don't think they were trying to make a super soldier serum. I think they were just experimenting with gamma radiation. He got exposed.
I think so too.
So yeah, this one is like, oh no, and now you get tricked into turning into a Red Hulk. The leader didn't even look like the leader. He just has a bunch of weird bumps on his head.
His head was not nearly big enough.
This is the brain guy, right?
That's not the leader.
That's not a leader style head.
He should have a MODOK size
try
head.
to use him in the Green Lantern movie?
No, that's DC.
No.
That's a different brain.
Yeah, that's a different world.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cross the fucking stream.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
get with
does
it.
DC have their own adamantium?
though,
I bet you they do. What's the DC adamantium?
It's whatever they put in Christopher Reeves' spine.
That's
10th metal?
I know. Oh, nth metal. Yeah, nth metal is the magic absorbing or breaking metal.
And promethium.
Is that
Let's
dark
talk
side?
about anything else. I don't want to see Brave New World. It just sounds really boring. And Mickey 17's in the movie theater near us, so I might go see
That's coming out on digital, I think, on Sunday or on Monday. I'm really excited to see that one. I hear it's a bit of a mess, but I'm all in. Check out Cassandra. I think
I like the robot.
It's good design, and it's like it's a tension show. Like, and they do a few things just in the very first episode with the robot. Like, the robot's evil. And like there's no, like, the robot is psychologically evil, and the robot is equipped with devices of true danger. It's awesome, and they set it all up in the very first episode. I'm hoping I think it's only a 6-episode show, so I'm excited to see it. I want to know where it goes. Do we have anything else, gentlemen? All right. Then let's press the escape button, drop out of the escape hatch. Goodbye, Chris DeBona.
See you.
Goodbye, Rob Roseboom.
Goodbye.
That was episode 879 of Geeks in Space. I was Rob, Commander Takamaldo. We'll talk to you some other time. Bye-bye.